My design's been featured on TV shows on Greenleaf, Fox, Our Kind of People, worn by countless celebrities such as Morris Chestnut, Lynn Whitfield, Lamont Rucker, rapper Young Thug, Quavo, and many more. We reached 7 figures, but it's been a process in the journey.
All right, what's good, y'all? Welcome back to the channel. I'm Marlon Watts, co-owner and CEO of WRLDINVSN.
Hey, I'm Nicholas Clark, co-owner and designer of WRLDINVSN.
And we back on the channel with another special episode. Hey, but before we get into this episode, I need you to like, subscribe to the channel, run us up. The reason why you need to like and subscribe to the channel is because we're gonna be giving away 100 free shirts to a lucky subscriber that comments on this video what they have got from this video and what can they apply to their brand.
Yes.
All right, so to be able to be entered in for a chance to win those 100 free shirts, you gotta like this video, subscribe to the channel, and leave us a comment.
Hey, and make sure you watch this video all the way to the end, all right? Without further ado, let's get into it.
Yep. All right, so we got Cedric Brown with Cedric Brown Collections. All right, and honestly, we want to bring you onto the channel, bro, to, share your story, like what, how did you get started? Like, I love man, everybody, we got to check out this shirt right here because, man, he walked in with that shirt. I'm like, man, I didn't even know that was your brand, honestly. So can you just explain, like, because that's a very unique product, about your story, how you got started and what you selling?
First, I want to say I'm honored to be here, Nick and Marlon. I've been following you all's podcast for a minute now, so honored to be here. So I'm Cedric, founder of Cedric Brown Collections. I recently called the Southern Silkman, and I'm an international artist and fashion designer. So what makes my product unique is I do all the artwork that's on the fabric. And so my slogan is you can hang it on the wall or you can wear it to the mall. My design's been featured on TV shows on Greenleaf, Fox, Our Kind of People, worn by countless celebrities such as Morris Chestnut, Lynn Whitfield, Lamont Rucker, rapper Young Thug, Quavo, and many more. And our business we reached 7 figures, and but it's been a process in the journey.
I understand, and we want to like really get down into that journey because we on here right here, we created this channel to be able to help people like you and to be able to help people to just get information in general. Because like when we first started our brand, we didn't have people to look at. We had, we went to Atlanta, literally was walking on Edgewood where they had the Goddess Dope store. Saw, Sherrod, Nick saw Sherrod inside the store, went in there, purchased some stuff, chopped it up, went make a video, went on the next day. And then from there, everything was just like lightning speed with like really truly understanding that it was information that was keeping us away from growing our brand and getting around other people that was doing the things that we wanted to do that was keeping us from growing our brand. So when we make these videos, it's to, help people like you or help, people that don't have either people around them or looking to put themselves in an environment and space of entrepreneurs, high level conversations, like seeking stuff. Like this channel has like changed a lot of people and inspired a lot of people to, go out there and do what they needed to do. And so like the same questions that you have are like the same questions that millions of people around the world have and the same questions that we had. And so we just, put this show together to be able to give out those gems and information.
It's exposure.
To those people.
Just like Marlon was saying, just about like when we met God is Dope, really just to continue what he was saying is just that exposure, bro. Like we never had seen nobody that was successful at something that we really wanted to do. Like it was like, we knew that we wanted to build a huge business, but we didn't know how to get there. And then when we seen Sherrod, literally, like I walked up to this man on Edge and I'm like, man, see this brand all over the internet. He was like the first person that I was seeing like running ads and like was just really hitting my timeline. So I'm like, bro, like I ain't know how to run an ad. I ain't know how to do none of this stuff. I ain't know how to get engagement, nothing. We had less than 10,000 followers. We ain't had nothing, bro. And then when he, like the 2 words he literally said was, it's possible. When he said that was like overall, all the information he gave was solid, was great. We even got the video on YouTube from the first day we met him. But when he had said like it was possible, that was when everything changed for us. So like we talk about it all the time, bro. It's like people are being able to like sit in the room now with us by watching these videos, right? So like you able to get the same information that we was missing out on inside of these videos that you watch. So there's no reason why you shouldn't be able to take this information and take your brand to the next level. So if you watching this video right now, hey, make sure you watch this all the way to the end because we about to drop several gems, right, Cedric?
Yes, sir.
Several gems, all right? So let's get into the information.
Yep.
I want to say too, I started my business. I've been in business for 8 years, and before the whole Black Lives Matter movement and COVID and all these fluctuation of businesses, like I graduated from art school in Savannah College of Art and Design, debt-free, did several internships with companies like Sears, Kmart, Lee & Fun Limited. I studied in Hong Kong, worked with some designers in Hong Kong, went to the fashion district, but I could not get a full-time job in the fashion industry. So when you heard this Black Lives Matters movement about like, you know, blacks, you know, racism in fashion industry, I felt that it was real because like all my white and Asian counterparts, they was getting jobs instantly outside of school. And me, rejection letter. I mean, I could never get a full-time job. So I started, I launched my business. And I took some small business classes with this organization called Operation Hope. And then I launched my brand of silk scarves. And then I would say this, starting off in the luxury market, it was nervous. You know, I was scared a little bit because I was an entrepreneur in middle school and high school. I could sell candy or whatever. I made mixed CDs. But to me, selling candy, I be joking. It's almost like selling drugs. Like people come to you. You don't have to go out and say, oh, I sell this. Like they be in line running to you to get some candy. But when you're doing something that's different, it's a whole nother ball game. And one day I was nervous about selling my scarves, and my mom, she works with me in my business too. She was yelling at me in the car and was like, if a person can stand on the street and sell a crack rock and risk their life, I know you can sell this scarf and you legit. And that right there resonated with me because my family background, I do come from like hustlers and different things like that. And they don't really have the opportunities to do, you know, with a college degree, do some of the things that I'm doing. So that gave me like, let's step it up. I can do this. Let's take my business to the next level.
Facts.
So what would be like, you know, some of the questions that's like, that we can help you with inside of your business?
Well, it's something I wanted to ask, like influencers. I see y'all work with a lot of influencers in y'all brand throughout the years as well. Like it's one thing with working with them, but you also got to know how to leverage the opportunity. Like, let's say if you had like, you know, Diddy or anybody else in your clothing line, what do you think is the best way to capitalize off of that?
I say like first and foremost, like all of the quote unquote influencers that we work with, it wasn't like a lot of paid for gigs. It was more of us just like either sending packages out or really doing pop-up shops and being able to get to these influencers. Like probably 70-80% of like most huge people that you see wearing the brand is because we was literally at the right place at the right time. Knew some of the right people, was able to get them the shirt. Next thing you know, they wearing the shirt the next day. And of course, we doing all our research, search. Like let's just say they take a picture with somebody. We trying to go find where the picture's at, see if they got other pictures all around so we can snapshot them, save them, do whatever we got to do. And of course, we posting them, of course. We post. I will post, if I remember G Herbo wore our shirt and he took a pic. It was like 2 people took a picture with him. But just so happened he had the shirt on, but they was posting it because they took a picture with him. You get what I'm saying? So I posted him with the 2 people he took a picture with because he had the shirt on. So either way it go, I'm posting it. I don't care how it look. I don't care, you know, if it's a little blurry. I'm trying to get the highest quality photo possible. But really and truly from there, what we doing is we just taking it and, you know, trying to build on top of it, by trying to like show other influencers that it's already influencers wearing this. So, you know, how can I send you some product? So trying to DM people. But other than that, it's like now you able to take those photos and start promoting them on Instagram, boosting your posts or running ads on the back end. Or even like, you know, they got like pages and stuff where it's like they post celebrities. You get what I mean? They got fan pages of celebrities. So think about it, they even got pages of celebrities that show what they wearing. Like this is the fit that they wearing. You get what I mean? So it's like once you start to put, like let's just say a celebrity wear your product, Young Thug, you say Young Thug wear your product, right? I think they got pages where it be like Young Thug fits. And it'll like show a Young Thug wearing a fit and then it'll break down everything that he wearing and then it'll give the price of it. So like from there, you able to, you know, maybe make some creative and cool content just like that. and then maybe they'll post it, or maybe you DM them and say, yo, I see this a Young Thug fan page. How can, you post this, tag my brand, blah, blah, blah. They might charge you $20, whatever it is. Like, you just leverage it in those type of ways, and you just try to, you could recycle those photos too. And what I mean by that is, let's just say you post Young Thug a year ago, right? Now, let's just say you restock that shirt this year for Christmas or for Black Friday or whatever. You could repost that content. I promise you, if you gain more followers over the time, you're gonna get more engagement because they forgot about it. You get what I mean? Right. So like we have posted the same influencer posts probably more than once.
And then you get new followers too that don't even know the story.
There you go. Yep. And they think that is a new photo when in reality, like, this is years ago.
Yep.
So it's multiple different ways that you could stretch this one piece of content out.
I wanted to talk about that Young Thug situation because when I met Young Thug and had the opportunity of him wearing my clothing line, I would say I didn't know how to leverage the opportunity like I know how to leverage it now.
Most people don't.
When you first started. So like I was interning in New York and when I was in New York, I had wrote a vision and I was like, I want to come on to Atlanta and I want to go all out in on my clothing line. I had a few people on my list I want to get to. And Young Thug was on that list. And one day I was in Lenox Mall and I was getting ready to do a photo shoot and I had a model with me and he walked into a Marnie Exchange where I was just getting some clothes for my photo shoot. And I was like, don't I go Young Thug? And like one of his entourage was trying to talk to one of my models. So she wasn't really trying to give him the time of the day, but I was like, yo, like get him to give him the scarf or whatever. So she was down with it. I didn't hear anything back from it. I was like, man, did I do the right thing? I just gave him some free merchandise. And then I want to say like a month or two later, I started working across the street from the mall and I bumped into Young Thug again. I was walking through the Macy's in Lenox. And this time I was with one of my partners, he was a coworker, and I was like, yo, there go Young Thug. I had a book bag full of merchandise. I was like, man, I'm finna go up to him myself this time. I ain't going through nobody else. And I'm gonna try to give him my merchandise. And he was like, you can if you want to. I'm going to the food court. So he left me. And like, I took my box out full of merchandise and I walked up close to Thug. And his security was like, no, come back another time. And I hit my elevator pitch. I was like, I'm a designer. I do the artwork on these. Can I just give him my card on one of these items? And he was like, God must be with you today or something. So he was like, follow me. So by this time, Thug is in Neiman Marcus. And I walk up to him and I'm being nervous and and he's quiet. He just sitting on where the shoes were. He just quiet, he ain't saying nothing. Everybody else is looking like, why are you so nervous for? And I was like, well, I gave you one of my scarves like a month or two ago and I ain't hear nothing back. And he was like, nobody didn't give me no scarf. And I was like, for real? He was like, what the dude look like? Was he fat or whatever? And I was like, yeah, I think so, whatever. So he was like, how much you charge for these scarves? And I was like, I charge 90, but I be doing sample sales. And he was like, I want to buy all of them. And I was like, huh? He was like, I want to buy all of them. And then he just pulled out a stack of money in the middle of Neiman Marcus and just gave it to me. And I was just like, what? And then like, I would see him occasionally wear it. Like it was a Beyonce concert. He had it on in his back pocket. I would see him walking through the mall in his stories. He'd have it on his back pocket. And through like a few like music videos and stuff, he'll have it on as well. But at that time, I ain't really fully understand like, running ads, post it to Shade Room or one of those other blog spots or get like a blogger or an editor to write it up. I'm just like posting it on my page, but I don't feel like it was leveraged to the most momentum that it could have.
Even documenting the whole video of you walking up. Like nowadays, like people love like storytelling content. So like even when you started out grabbing the box, like if you started recording from there, even through the objections and everything, like recording I still ain't get to him yet, I'm gonna keep trying. Like, and then being able to, if you documented that whole process of him pulling out the money, paying you for the scarves, giving you all the scarves, like your reaction, that's like priceless content right there. That's what take your brand, from, the eyes of 1,000 people to the eyes of, 10,000, 20,000, 30,000 people. You get what I mean? Because that's for life. That video, exactly what you just explained. I'm trying to visualize it in my head right now, and I'm like, man, that's super cool. That's super crazy, really. But if you were to have the content piece on this is something that could be posted for the rest of the brand life expectancy. You see what I mean?
But the next time when I got an opportunity like that, I was ready. I told you my designs was on the show Greenleaf. So I met this actor, Lamont Rucker, from doing a pop-up. And I was like, if I give you something to wear, can you give me a shout out on social media? And he was like, if somebody gonna pimp me, it might as well be my own people. And so he was
oh
like,
my gosh, you got the funniest, you get the funniest reactions, man. Wow, it's crazy.
And so he was like, you can give me something and I'll buy something. And that turned into him giving it to the costume designer that was like, we gonna place this on the actress Lynn Whitfield. And so when the opportunity came, I kind of knew that it was gonna come out. So I was hitting up every editor I could. I was in their DMs. I was messaging them like, my stuff finna be on the show Greenleaf. Can you give me a feature? And that worked. I had Black Enterprise write me up in Hello Beautiful, and it came out the next day after the episode. And I mean, it was getting forward, kind of like going viral. You know, everybody was like, this is the designer that made these kimonos that Lynn Whitfield wore. So I learned how to leverage a little bit, but it's still levels to it. It's always things always changing or whatever.
Nah. I like that. Main thing I want everybody that's watching this video to take from this is, as you can hear from Cedric and you heard from me, that majority of the celebrities and the influencers that we get to wear our brand is because we out in person. All right, we out in person actually making sales. We out in person doing something, having our brand on us, you know, having product in a backpack, whatever it is. We always got product on us because they give us the opportunity. You never know. Like you could be, like you saying, you could be at Lenox Mall and you just see a random celebrity and not boom, they wearing it the next day. Yeah. So if you watching this video and you want, I be seeing comments, bro, that be like, man, give the influencer plug up. You know, it ain't really like a plug. It's really just being at the right place at the right time. And you know, the right place at the right time is all the time if you got your merch on you. So you got to make sure you have your merch on you at all times. And whenever you out in public, whoever you see, I feel like we seen your boy on Power in the airport. You know what I mean? Walking by himself. So, you know, us having product on us, we could just walk up to him and just say, this a shirt or this a hoodie, whatever it is. And now you putting yourself and your brand in perfect position to have influencers rock your stuff. And not like you saying, you can leverage that. Get on blogs, make articles, repost, share the content, run ads, whatever it is, you just putting your brand in full position to actually start winning.
Yep. All right, I'm sorry I gotta interrupt this video, but if you haven't checked out our monthly workshop, you are literally missing out. We have transformed over 500 brands and minds inside of this 3-day workshop. On day one, we're gonna be covering design. We're gonna be giving you our design process to take your designs to the next level. On day two, we're gonna cover marketing. So we're gonna show you how to set up and run Facebook ads. We're gonna show you how to create content. And on day three, we're gonna give you the scale up. We're gonna give you the play on how to set up your pop-up shops, how to set up your distribution to do over $10,000 a month. You don't want to miss this. If you're ready to continue to scale your brand, literally all I need you to do is click the link in the description. It won't take long, and we'll go ahead and see you in that workshop. Let's get back into the video.
Okay, I got a question for y'all. Like right now, you see like a lot of grants going around for like Black businesses and stuff. And I wanted to ask y'all, like if y'all was to win a $50,000 grant, you know, for like a Black business, what would you do with the money this now?
And we saying grant, not investment.
So not investment, a grant.
Right. And currently inside of our business right now.
Right now.
Not just getting started. Like where we at this moment, now that everything that we learned, all the losses we had, all the wins we had, got a $50,000 grant. What would we do with it?
Yes.
What you got? For me, I'm just say
take a truck.
You taking a truck. Me and Marlon gonna blow 50K on the truck.
I'm just joking.
Hey, but nah, look, really it's multiple things that we could do. First thing I say, like if it's specifically for the business, I would say I got two things really, cause I'm kind of like I'm diving deeper into this content thing. So I got two things I want to share. First thing I say, if it's for the business and I really need product to make money, and I don't have much product and I'm like, man, I really got to use this for product so I could maximize all profitability. I would say just to spend 50K literally on the best selling item that give the best margins. I'm not going to take 50K and go buy a new jogger set that I never tested the market with. Or I'm not gonna take 50K and go buy socks, you know, when I know that my t-shirts sell 10 times, 20, 30, 50 times more than my socks. You get what I mean? I'm gonna choose the item that has the highest velocity, that sells the fastest, and that has the highest profit margins. In that case, you know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna take the 50K and I'm gonna buy all t-shirts, because at that point I can actually buy like 50K worth of shirts, bro, is like over 10,000 units. Let's just put it like that. You get what I mean? Over 10,000 units that you could purchase, right? So with that being said, I'm able to put tens of thousands of product on the streets. I'm able to put tens of thousand bodies in this product. What does that do? That creates awareness, right? When we think about it, there's millions of people in the United States, there's billions of people in the world. The reason why our brand isn't on a Nike level or Adidas level, because when we walk outside, we don't see it all the time. Like if we look in this room, I'm sure somebody in here got on a Nike check, or somebody in here got on a Adidas logo, or some type of brand that's just around the entire world. So with that being said, we look at that same concept for our brand. We want to, when you walk out your door, I want you to see somebody with it on. In order to do that, we have to put as much items and as much product out in the world.
And just not to cut you off, because I want you to keep like, because it may go back on the luxury brand side, because we talking like Nike, Adidas, that's brands that's very accessible. But people may say Gucci and Louis Vuitton are just as big as brands. But all we saying is what make the brand as big is just the presence that it has in the mind.
Yes.
Right? And so, you know, you may see Nike everywhere, you may see Louis Vuitton fewer, but it's the actual presence that's in the mind that if you feel like you see one Louis Vuitton, you know that the price of it is like saying 20 of them. In your eyes, you like, if you see one person with them Louis Vuitton shoes, it's almost the worth of having everybody in there with Nike shoes on. You know what I'm saying? So that's why like it's looked at as in, you know, just because everybody may not have this on on an everyday basis, this brand is still looked at to be big.
Yep. And the other thing I was gonna add is like, if you have like a luxury brand, or if you have like a brand that has like a unique story, like I would say taking the 50,000 and like spending it on content. Like it might sound super crazy, but like we see it all the time. You know, Mr. Beast, like, yo, I'm about to walk around giving, you know, $100 to everybody that know who I am. You get what I'm trying to say? And what that does is that just create a lot of engaging content. So you might not see the 50K like when you giving it away, but once you make that video and it go viral on YouTube, go viral on Instagram, go viral on whatever, and it connects with the end user, then that 50K might turn into 150K, because now they want to support you. Now they want to watch your video. Now they want to watch the next video. You get what I mean? And then now that bring in probably sponsorship dollars. That bring in just like if you invest in content the right way, and if you're a person that know how to leverage content, you could basically make your money off the content. Not exactly right now. Like if we spent 50K on a documentary, we probably wouldn't make it back right now. But after you see that documentary within the next 3 to 6 months, you might want to spend your money with us. You might want to support us if we're doing a community event. You get what I mean? So those are the two things that I would say: either buying a lot of t-shirts or using the money for content.
My next question is getting employees. Like, how do y'all go about making a budget for that? Or how do y'all know y'all have enough funds? Like, okay, I can hire somebody else for the company.
So I answer this one. I say main thing is like, it's not where like you like, oh, I need to, cause like off camera we talk, I need to reach this certain amount. A lot of people like, I'm gonna reach this certain amount and then I'm gonna start hiring people.
Yeah,
but that's not like how we think about it. We think about like, we challenge everybody. So I'm gonna give everybody this book called The Email Mastery. We get everybody to read it. That's inside of the Inner Circle, which is gonna be our mentorship program. And the reason why we get everybody to read that book when they first join the program is because we want them to understand the three phases of their business, whether that's them being a technician, whether that's them being a manager, or whether that's them being an entrepreneur. Mm-hmm. So when you truly understand those phases inside your business, that's going to allow you to understand when it's time to move phases, or when it's time that we call it delegating and elevating. Mm-hmm. So when it's time for you to delegate and elevate, it's a transition. Because you're going to give up your check to the person that you're gonna be subject to and to come do what you were already doing. So we talked about it, you know, off camera, and I'm gonna just put in a scenario of a kiosk because distribution is very important. So a lot of people may be doing out their backpacks, doing pop-up shops, but now let's just say you open up a location, and let's just say you actually work in that location. So in that first phase of the technician, that's what you are actually doing the work as the technician. Like you going in you making all the sales, you folding all the clothes, you cleaning up the store, you doing everything inside of that store as the technician. So as you do that work, there's a price that's associated with that because you giving up your time. So if you know that you want to make $2,000, $3,000 at the end of the month or whatnot, you gonna now divide that $3,000, $2,000 into the time that you spend at the store. That's gonna give you a certain amount that you're supposed to make per hour. And that now whether it's $10, $15 you make an hour, and now you're gonna pay yourself to work the store. So a lot of times when we run our business, we like, how do we make money? How do we make money? We make money by being an actual worker inside of our business first and start looking at ourselves as the entrepreneur off the back end. If you just getting started, because some people already could start with being an entrepreneur. If you got funds, you got money, you could already deploy people to do the things that you want to do. But we're not talking about that right now. We're talking about you actually getting gritty inside of your brand. So you are the one that's doing everything. You pay yourself your hourly wages to work as if you was working a job. Now, when you at your kiosk and you got a handle on it, we talk about that. We working. Now you starting to realize how to actually operate your business, your kiosk, your location. So now you start creating systems. You start putting stuff in place. And now, just so happily, people start coming and be like, hey, I want to help you out. I want to help you out. Now what you do is you substitute what you was doing and you just give it to them. So at this moment right now, you're going to be like, all right, I'm giving my checkup. But what you really getting back is your time. So yes, you gonna give your check to the people that's now working the operation for you. But now in exchange for giving your checkup, you're gonna get your time. Now what the time gonna do is now it's gonna allow you to become a manager. Mm-hmm. Now with you being a manager inside of your business, now you're able to not only maybe manage this one location, but now you're able to maybe manage another location. Now you're able to manage doing more pop-up shops. Now you're able to start creating content so that way you can start growing your online sales. Now you took a little cut, you took a little hit in money, but now you got time. So now what you're gonna do with your time is go create new ways to make money. You understand what I'm saying? With your time, now you're going to go make new ways to make money. So this way is already making money. It may be only, a lot of times what we think is we need to make $10,000 from this one thing instead of saying, let me get 10 things making $1,000. And now I'm still making that same 10,000 that I want to do. And if this one thing goes slow, I still got these other 9 things to continue to bring in revenue from me, whether that's online, pop-up shops, collaborations. Yep. It's not just the kiosk only. But you're not able to do that until you get in a manager position because now you got to be in a position where you're like, I'm going to take a lesser cut so I can work on building more incomes and manage more things instead of just being all just doing it and getting paid great to do it. So now once you move out of the manager phase, you're going to replace yourself, delegate and elevate again. And now you're going to hire a manager to now manage these different flows that you got. And guess what you get again? You're going to get your time back. Yep. So now you're an entrepreneur, you got your time. Now you can focus on truly focusing on data, focusing on scaling, focusing on partnerships, focusing on hiring more people, focusing on starting more businesses.
Focusing on cutting expenses.
So like the hiring starts, the hiring and paying somebody literally starts with you doing it yourself and you paying yourself for the work that you putting in because now you know how much you actually have to pay somebody.
Hey, tell me if this one is equivalent to what you said right quick. I hope this one hit right here. So it's like a football team, a football game, right? So you said it was the technician. It's the technician that would be the players. Mm-hmm. All right. The manager would be the coach.
Correct.
Right. Correct. And then the entrepreneur would be the person in the press box.
The GM, the presidents.
Okay. I knew that was gonna hit. I knew that was gonna hit.
And that may resonate with. So that's how we look. Sometimes And a lot of us are like this. We still like this sometimes. I gotta run to the press box, then I gotta run myself down to the field, throw the ball, go catch it, call the players.
Tell me about it.
You know what I mean?
You still gotta do that now. You still gotta do that. You never, because at the end of the day, the love that you have for your business too, it don't allow you to just sit back and just let things just do what it do. A lot of times, like whenever you feel like the energy that you bring to your business and the energy like that helped you start your business, sometimes it feels good to be back on the field. You get what I mean? Sometimes it feels better. Like we were reading that book and it was saying how like, yeah, you could step outside of it and let it do what it do. But like sometimes you gotta go get your hands dirty in that thing so you could build that culture up, show your team that you're not afraid to get back and get gritty inside the business so they could see like this is what it took to build it. You know what I mean? And this the kind of energy and the intensity that we need to continuously build it.
Yep.
I want to say I love how organized y'all are and the systems y'all have in place. Because one in particular that I want to implement in my business is that orientation video that y'all have. Like when you go work for a big company like a Waffle House or Publix or wherever, before you start, they're gonna make you watch their orientation video.
Oh yeah.
And I think that's just something I love that y'all have, and I feel like when you're a business owner, it's something you need to implement in your business as well.
Do you have employees or are you working on getting employees? How is that?
Like for me, I'm more so, I have freelancers. So I have my mom working with me and I hire people to do some of my pattern making.
What you mean?
Like subcontract?
Like a contract, basically. So I have people I may hire to do my photography. Somebody I may hire to do some of when I'm doing roads on the show, I may have somebody to help me out do pop-ups. I may pay somebody to help me pattern making.
Pattern making.
Do you consider that your team though?
It is.
All right, right.
It is. But I don't feel like I have like a big Fortune 500 company. I have full-time employees. I would say they're part-time mostly.
I mean, that's the new day and age in business though, bro. That's the new day and age in business, bro. Like just because, like, bro, you don't like you do not have to have like somebody there at your facility every day, all day. Like that's not like the new like way of how business is now. Like a lot of stuff is like moved. Like COVID changed a lot, bro. Like a lot of businesses, bro. So like a lot of stuff is more virtual. A lot of stuff is more subcontracted because at the end of the day, like those people may want to go take on other jobs from other companies, so that allow them to still be financially free and financially healthy, on which doesn't put a big burden on you, because now you don't have to, like, now you can just pay them $1,000 a month instead of paying them $5,000 a month. You get what I mean? Because this might be something that they doing, 30% or 20% when they got other things that they do too. Not saying that they not gonna take the same time to invest into your company, but like you might not need them every day. You don't need them for 40 hours a week. You might only need them for 2 hours a week, and that's okay. Like that's great, bro. That's saving you money, right? And that have a healthier like just work culture and work environment, like because they not coming in and just breaking their backs every last single day. Yep. You get what I'm saying?
Our team operate on a 4-day work week.
Like Monday to Thursday.
Everything pretty much done within those 4 days. So it's just like we was figuring out. It's just like what's best. Like we had the same idea that you have. Everybody had to be here. Everybody needed to be at this building. We need to be here, 9 to 5. But like, bro, you make the company what you want. Think about like Lyft and stuff now. That's like anybody could go work at Lyft by just signing up. And anybody could go use Lyft by just signing up.
Lyft don't even, bro. I think now like some of the companies starting to give away cars or something like that. But like they don't even own cars. They don't even have technically employees. They all subcontractors. Like all of the people who drive for Lyft.
But besides the people who running the business. That's what I was just about to get.
Working at the office.
Yes. Like we doing this we only have 3 executives. That's it. Like
you don't need that many people.
We only got 3 executives that like strategize, that I'm saying that that's at the table. And that's me, Nick, and Nadia. That's like, making things fly by with the brand. So like you don't need a whole lot of team, but what you do need is, besides the 3 executives that we do have, what we do also have is a nice advisory board,
Yes.
and a whole lot of other connections and relationships that we're able to leverage and still get a lot of insight to continue to run our business effectively.
That's the more important thing, bro. Having people that's able to give you insight on what they like what they doing in their business, or looking at your business from a different lens and giving you advice based on what you should be doing from a numbers perspective. So sometimes you could self-sabotage yourself because there's nobody else to go to because you're at the top of your company. But if you got somebody, if you basically have a board, that's why like a school got a school board, you know what I mean? That's the principal's bosses, because like they the ones who look at the business or look at the school or whatever you want to call it from a whole nother lens.
Compared to other schools.
And not be biased. Like they not biased. Like they don't care if you a friend or nothing like that. And what they do is they give you information based on, no, Cedric, this is not what you should be investing in. No, Cedric, this is not what you should be focusing on. Cedric, go back to this. Cedric, do this. Because we so creative that like we go side to side, we try different things, when in reality, like sometimes it's best to just go straight.
That's why I like the idea of the inner circle, because like I run Facebook ads, but in business, things are always changing. Like the way you wearing Facebook ads 3 years ago, 4 years ago, some of it the same, but not all of it is not. And I would say like just the whole concept of the inner circle, I feel like iron sharpens iron. And it's a quote by Joel Osteen. He talks about every day you need to get some fresh manna, meaning like you can't go by and saying like, oh, I'm going to eat the manna from yesterday, because God going to give you some fresh one every day. The stuff that worked yesterday, last week, 3 months, or a year ago may not be the stuff that's working now. And like just being a part of working with y'all in the inner circle, when you said do reels, and I was like, I don't feel like doing no reel. I don't like doing reels, to be honest with you. And me turning my ads into reels now, I see my ads doing like how they used to do 3 or 4 years ago. So I feel like being in a circle like that, you rubbing off each other, you getting ideas and stuff, because you can't do everything yourself, is very important.
Super important.
Hey, make sure you like this video, subscribe to the channel, run us up. We going crazy right now, man. Hey, but I got a question for you. What's been, because you just kind of hit on the inner circle, like what's been one of the biggest parts getting inside of that environment? Because when we popped off the podcast, we talked about how, the same video that everybody that watches this video right now probably watched, that black and white video with us and God is Dope. The same video, everybody probably watched it. So
our house bill, make sure our house is alright.
Yeah, that's how you something to live. Yeah.
After that, yeah, because we didn't seen it. It's just crazy because like when you go through the pop-up shop, you like, all right. I mean, if I could do this every day, like if I could go somewhere else every day and do this pop-up, like that's all I really need to do. Because people like for you to be out there and they want to see the environment. They want to meet you. They want to see how you look. Like they just want to feel your presence. They want to feel your passion behind what you got going.
What's been the difference being able to, be in that room and be able to have that access? Like what's the
difference from basically just watching it online to being inside of it?
I believe, I'm gonna be honest with you, I feel like y'all running like a university. Like you can't go to an art school or no school that has a school about running a clothing line. And like people who are in your inner circle, they're getting all these gems for basically less than a college tuition, to be honest with you. So just that alone, I mean, y'all have developed it even more just from when I first joined it, but y'all have classes Monday through Thursday. Who does that?
Appreciate it.
I mean, who does that every day, an hour lesson, and then y'all be on there giving advice, giving people tips and stuff. So that alone, I mean, that's invaluable. So, and then like you iron sharpen iron or whatever, and you are who you hang around. So you want to be around a circle of millionaires, a circle of people getting money, because it's going to motivate you. Every day you may not have the biggest smile on your face or like, I feel like doing this. So you may want to, let me hop on this call. Let me hop on this, see what's going on. Let me get back rejuvenated. Let me get back boosted up. So for me, it's worth that investment, because things are always changing. For me being in business for 8 years, the way I made money, my first year in business, third year in business, 5-year business, and now it's different. It's different, and you don't want to get complacent or content thinking like, oh, I got this down pat. I'm all good. And then they can go all downhill and you got to start over from scratch. So I feel like it's good to be in an inner circle for that reason.
Man, Nick, what you got? Like, what you gonna leave us off with? What type of advice you got for somebody that watched this podcast? What should they like be taking away? Like, what type of action stuff should they be, going out and applying from watching it?
I mean, really, it's just like, it's crazy because like they are able, even like when we having these conversations in person, I'm sure like it's hitting different, right? But like it should still hit different for the people that's watching, and like even everything that we talked about is like, bro, we got so many videos like on YouTube now at this point that have some of the same piece of information and some of the different information, and it's always getting better. But I'm just challenging the people that's watching the video to like take at least one thing. I don't care if it's just making sure you have merchandise in your bag, whenever you're going out somewhere, because you might see an influencer. Like take something that we said and do it. Even if it's what you said about the Facebook ads, like transforming your photos into videos, reels, whatever it is. Like do one thing and like continuously do that one thing over a great period of time. Because what some people do is like they try something, but they only try it one way. They don't try, like you want a designer, but you go on Fiverr, right? But you don't go to Instagram, or you don't go to Upwork, or you don't, you know what I mean? You go try one platform to get a designer and you ain't like the designer. Now you stuck at it. You can't find the right designer. But you never tried all of the different thousands of platforms that they got. You never even tried to make a design yourself, probably. You get what I'm trying to say? So it's like don't just try it once, and if it don't work, stop at that. Like try it over and over and over again, different ways, and test different variables. And like you gonna get results. Why? Because we've been in the same shoes as some of the people that's watching this video, right? And like we had to overcome and we had to adjust and we had to change things that we was doing to be able to get to the level of success that we at now. You get what I mean? And we always getting better. It's never, don't even look at this where we at the end of it. You always go from A to Y. You never really go from A to Z. Like I can help you go from A to Y. I can't help you go from A to Z because your journey gonna continuously continue with this. Like we'll never think that we about to hit a, like, yeah, we started a channel like to, document the process, document the story, but like we about to have 100,000 subscribers. You get what I'm trying to say? So now like we getting more in tune with, what kind of content we want to create. Like what kind of, things that we want to do inside the content. You see what I mean? So it's always different challenges and different things that we want to improve on ourselves, even at the level in which we're at now.
Yep. And then for me, just to leave off, like, it's big putting yourself in that room, in that environment. So I'm challenging everybody that's watching this video. If you haven't been inside of like the 3-day workshop, like you need to go hit the link in the description and get inside of that workshop, because that's going to truly load you up with information to either, get you started, either scale you up, or either accelerate you. It's going to put you in the environment, put you in the mindset with people that's doing the things that you want to do. And then that may turn out into let me get in that inner circle, and you hear like Cedric Brown going crazy with his brand and
with
stuff like
Cedric
that.
Collection.
With Cedric Collection. So that's my channel.
But do you got, can you share with the audience like something that you want to, I don't care what it is, something that we talked about or anything that you left off or need to share with the audience? Here's your time.
For real?
At least let them know where they can find you at too.
Yeah, definitely. Y'all can check me out on Instagram and Facebook at Cedric Brown Collections with an S, CEDRIC Brown Collections. And also my website, cedricbrowncollections.com as well. I have some nice kimonos, scarves, dresses, button-down shirts. All kind of cool stuff for men and women. And I had wanted to ask y'all though, do y'all celebrate y'all wins enough? But we'll save that for another time because y'all some hard working individuals.
Hey, we about to go celebrate it right now.
We about to go celebrate our wins right now.
Co-owner and CEO of WRLDINVSN.
Hey, I'm Nicholas Clark, co-owner and designer of WRLDINVSN.
And we about to go celebrate that win right now. Podcast Big Win. We out.
Let's get it.